Alright everyone, welcome back again to more Muv-Luv Alternative. Let me tell y'all right now that this has to be the most intense ep yet because of all that's going on in terms of the infighting and the mech battles going on right now. The war at hand, if you will. And so, without saying any more, I'll let y'all see for yourselves what's going on and hope y'all enjoy it. So if anything else, thank you all for the love and support. And let's get on with it.
国連軍及びこの絵部隊の指揮官に告ぐ。我に攻撃の意図あらず。繰り返す。攻撃の意図あらず。
It's from the enemy pursuers. They're calling us on an open channel.
直ちに停止されたし。
Wait, where'd they go?
機関らの行為は我が日本国主権の重大なる侵害である。
I can't see them. Where are they? What? In front of us? How'd they get this close? They're opening fire? Ah!
バカ野郎！ロックオンするな！殺されたいのか！
Huh?
こちらはアメリカ陸軍第66戦術機構大隊。
They're American?
速度落とすんじゃない！早く行け！ここは任せろ！
We're saved?
207リーダー了解。
作戦に変更はない。安心していけ。
207各機フォーメーションを維持し最大戦闘速度。
Copy that.
来ました。主衛8位アメリカ軍のストライクイーグルです。
米軍機に次ぐ。直ちに戦闘行為を停止せよ。繰り返す。直ちに戦闘行為を停止せよ。
Attention, unidentified craft. Enable your real-time translator, or follow UN military protocol and transmit in English, the official international language.
諸君の行為は重大な内政干渉である。直ちに戦闘行為を中止せよ。
I say again, transmit in English, the international language. We can't understand what you're saying.
米軍機に次ぐ。英語などクソくらい。繰り返す。英語などクソくらい。
Wow.
What?
尻尾を巻いて逃げ帰った貴様らが今さら日本に何の用だ。忘れ物でもしたのか。間抜けめ。
撃ってきました。
ストライクイーグル8、手強いぞ。フォーメーションウィング3で包囲殲滅。兵器使用自由。
Fucking asshole.
ストライクイーグルとドッグファイター無茶だ。エレメントを崩すな。7時方向より砲撃。いきなり機影が。
バカな。レーダーに反応は。
This is the most intense mech fight I've ever seen in a VN yet. Like, I don't think most VNs have ever had this type of action scenes, especially for, because the closest thing we've had to, like, interactive action in a VN is what? We had a majority of Type Moon's VNs, actually. And I'm trying to think what else. I think, yeah, that was nearly about it. And this one now, like, I've never seen a mech battle like this in a VM before. It's so, like, it's closely animated and I love it.
機別該当データなし。アメリカ軍の新鋭ラプターだ。電気3回フラットシザー。バカな。
That's okay. See, this particular model looks like an AVA unit.
All units, give me a status report.
Spike 2 all green.
Spike 3, no problem. Spike 4, A-OK. Excellent! The enemy forces are surrounding our friendlies. We'll flank them and intercept. Follow me!
The American army to the rescue. Oh, holy shit, that really scared me. I even pulled the trigger on sheer reflex. Thank God the IFF auto safety kept it from going off. Damn, so those were the newest models? They were coming right at us, but the radar blips were too small for me to tell who or what they were. Thank God they're on our side. We'll probably be safe for now. That being said, the rebel forces have the advantage over us in almost every respect. Their speed in particular is just insane. And considering how quickly they took out those IJA units, their pilots must be pretty top-notch too. They probably did tons of anti-TSF practice in preparation for the coup d'etat. This is bad. If E1 is just as fast, then they'll almost definitely beat us to the Hayakawa toll booth. What are we supposed to do?
白金、大丈夫ですか？顔色が優れませんよ。
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm fine. Guess I'm letting my anxiety show. But I mean, can you blame me?
そうですか。では私に構わず速度を上げるがよい。
If you say so. She must have an iron stomach. She's not even a fortified suit, and yet the shaking still doesn't seem to be bothering her. That medicine's strong, but it's definitely not that strong. I still can't believe the Shogun turned out to be a girl my age. I'm supposed to be the one looking out for her, and yet she's the one checking up on me. This is just sad. Your Highness, are you sure you're alright? You don't feel sick or anything?
心配はいりません。操縦の心得は多少あります。飾りとはいえ、軍の最高司令官なのですからね。
Oh, so she had some training in there too, then if she has some experience. Huh? The Shogun knows how to pilot? Wait, you mean like TSF piloting experience?
そうです。まだ実機で96時間ほどですが。
Only? 96 hours? That's more than anybody in our whole squad, not counting me, of course.
ゆえにって今は手元を離れてはいますが、私専用の機体もあるのですよ。
The Shogun has a personal TSF? Damn! I bet it's a real work of art, probably decked out in gold leaf and rare gems and stuff.
そういえば、そなたの操縦はどこか変わっていますね。先ほどから感心していました。
Yeah, it's the most unique piloting style yet. Wow, she even has enough experience to notice that.
不思議そうな顔をしていますね。将軍が戦術機を操るというのは、そんなにおかしいことですか？
Sorry, I was just a little surprised is all.
本来、将軍家に生まれし者は、戦においてその先頭に立つ責務があるのです。
Huh? The Shogun used to lead the charge? Why would they ever put themselves in so much danger?
もちろん今では将軍自らが戦場に赴くことはありません。ですが、将軍家縁者であっても戦に赴く者は今でも少なくありませんよ。
Yeah, like Maya.
そして、そのような者たちを守護するために近衛軍はあるのです。
I see.
ところで白金、この部隊に随伴している近衛の指揮官はつくよみマナ注意でありましょうか。
Huh? Yes, that's her. But how do you know that?
先ほどの無線で第19独立小隊の名前を聞きました。
Okay, fair enough. But I was asking why you know Tsukuyomi-san specifically. Wait, does that mean...
だとすればおかしいですね。
Huh? What is?
白金、そなたに尋ねたいことがあります。
207戦術機構小隊に次ぐ。私はアメリカ陸軍第66戦術機構大隊指揮官ウォーケン少佐だ。
Sorry, hold that thought.
いえ、
現在我がアルファ中隊が時間を稼いでいるが、比嘉の戦力差を考えれば楽観できる状況ではない。
He's right about that.
我々は金石峠で諸君らの到着を待つ。到着次第補給作業を開始する。
Supplies would be nice, but do we really have that kind of time? I guess he's confident they can keep the rebel forces at bay for that long.
可及的速やかに合流せよ。以上だ。
Come on, dude. You think we're not going as fast as we can? I know those guys back there are risking their lives for us, but we can't really afford to pick up the pace. Do you guys not care about the Shogun at all? Sorry about that. The commander of the American Union was giving us a rendezvous point. So, what were you saying?
いえ、良いのです。アメリカ軍兵士たちの命がかかっていましょう。先を急ぎなさい。
Okay then. Now that I know you're an experienced pilot, Your Highness, I think I'll try to pick up the pace a little.
よしなに。
06 to all units in 207. We're going to be doing consecutive boost jumps all the way to Kameishi Pass. Intervals of 500 seconds.
〇〇了解。各機500刻みでリンク。タイミングは丸6に同調。
Okay, buckle up.
はい。
Ooh, let's go. Sorry about that. I was hoping you could at least get out and stretch your legs while we resupplied.
構いません。気遣いは無用です。
Well, okay. I wish I could believe her, but she really doesn't look so good. It doesn't matter how much experience she might have. Without a fortified suit, the human body just isn't designed to absorb the shock of that many boost jumps. She's already taken 3 tablets, which is the maximum daily dose. I really can't give her any more. Actually, now that I think about it, this is pretty similar to what happened with Maya in the previous timeline. Speaking of Maya, her and the Shogun look way too much alike. It can't just be a coincidence.
何か。
Oh, no, everything's fine. And considering that she mentioned Tsukuyomi-san by name, I can't imagine they're just distant relatives either.
白金？
Sorry, it's nothing, honestly.
もしやそなた、足が痛いのではないですか？私がずっと腰掛けているものですから。
Oh no, I'm all good. The harness belts take care of most of the weight, don't worry about it.
そうですか。痛かったら遠慮なく申すのですよ。
I won't. She's putting her own discomfort aside and trying to be considerate of me. That's exactly the sort of thing Maya would do. Sure, she may not have the heart of a warrior like Maya does, but she's so dignified, and she has this air of unwavering solidity. You can tell that she comes from a deep-seated sense of purpose in that regard. They couldn't be more alike. Could I be onto something here? Yeah, that's probably her sister. Well, no harm in asking, right? Plus, talking might help keep her mind off the nausea. Your Highness, about what you said earlier.
先ほどの話？そうであった。そなたに尋ねたいことがあったのです。
Okay, but I was already about to ask you something. Man, she's even got Maya's tendency to dominate the conversation.
つくよみ注意が随伴しているということは、そなたの部隊にも竹見和地が配備されているはずなのですが。
I was just gonna say that's her mech, isn't it? Takemi Kazuchi.
それよりも名誉様、竹見和地をご用意いたしました。何卒。
己の部はわきまえているつもりだ。一階の訓練兵には吹雪でも身に過ぎるというもの。
おやめください。名誉様には。
くどい。すぐに搬出いたせ。他の者が何事かと思うであろう。
この竹見和地は名誉様の御ためにあるのです。名誉様のそばに置くよう命ぜられております。どなた様のお心遣いかは名誉様もご存知のはず。
Okay, so I think I'm right.
私のことは良い。早く行け。いかんか。
なりません。こればかりはいかに名誉様のご命令といえどなりません。
恐れながら名誉様、つくよみ様とて天下を案ずるお気持ちは名誉様と同じ。しかしながら私どもにとりまして名誉様も大切なお方。
控えろともえ。
さようでございます。私どもとて身を引き裂かれる思いでございます。名誉様、どうかつくよみ様の心中お察しくださいませ。 直々に賜ったメイヤ様のおそば役を私どもがどうしてないがしろにできましょう。
Then I was right. It all makes sense now. She's the one who sent it. So that time when Maya asked me if I recognized her face or whatever, this must have been what she was talking about.
白金？
Oh, yeah, we got it. The purple one, you mean?
はい。先ほど話した私の専用機です。見当たらないようですが、何故でしょうか？
That was the Shogun's personal Takemi Kazuchi. Then Maya's definitely more than just a distant relative. They've gotta be like immediate family, I'm pretty sure. If she's the Shogun's sister, that would definitely explain why she was so baffled by me treating her like any old person.
白金？
Yes?
そなたは初めて会った時、私をメイヤと呼びましたね。
Yeah.
メイヤが、三剣メイヤがこの舞台にいるのでしょう。
That's correct.
ではなぜ竹見和志が見当たらないのですか？
That's kind of a tough question. Well, when Maya when Cadet Mitsurugi saw the TSF, she said she didn't want any special treatment, so she wouldn't use it.
そうですか。
Well,
あの者らしい。
She's smiling, but it's not enough to hide the loneliness in her eyes. She may not come out and say it, like Tsukuyomi-san did, but I'm sure she interpreted Maya's refusal to pilot as a rejection of her goodwill.
あの者は今まで一度たりと私の贈り物を素直に受けてくれたことがないそうです。
You don't say. Wait, as far as she knows, what does that mean?
時に白金。あの者は日頃どうなのですか？
Huh? You wanna know? What she's usually like?
はい。
Wait, what? It's pretty obvious they're not in direct contact with one another, but still, doesn't Tsukuyomi-san report anything to her? Let me think. Well, Cadet Mitsurugi can seem pretty set in her ways, I guess. But only because she's got strong principles, of course.
よい、かしこまるでない。そなたの話しやすい言葉をお選びなさい。
This is probably the younger sister, and she is very, wow, she's incredibly mature. For obvious reasons, too, but still. Oh, okay, she can be pretty stubborn and old-fashioned at times, but underneath that tough exterior, she really does have good intentions, and everyone in the squad respects her for it. She has a strong sense of duty, and she's always thinking about the squad as a whole, but sometimes I worry that she bottles things up a little too much and doesn't let anyone else in. She never lets it show when she's in pain, though, and I really admire her for having that much self-discipline. She's about as noble as they come, and yet I do think she could stand to go a little easier on herself.
そうですか。
Yeah. Should I have sugarcoated that a little?
白金がそう感じるのであれば、あの者は相当そなたに甘えていますね。
Huh? Wait, what? Not sure I follow.
私が聞き知る限り、あの者はそのような弱さを人に蹴取られることすら良しとしないはずです。
From what you've heard?
されど、そなたとこうして話をしていると、それも理解できるような気がします。
What do you mean an exception?
鎧が言ったように、そなたが変わり者だからなのでしょう。
Eccentric? Me? I don't know about that. And he's the last person who should be calling me eccentric. Wait, she, you mean? Was that a typo? And she's the last person.
本当に不思議な男ですね。そなたは。
Oh, she said Yoroi. Okay, I thought she was talking about Tsukuyomi. Okay, we're back. I was like, wait, he? Not a typo. I don't know about that. I'm not sure why, but I get the sense that there's more of a rift between her and Maya than you expect from two immediate family members. Certainly more than you expect from a shogun and her sister anyway. Your Highness.
何か。
I haven't been living here for very long, so please forgive me if this is a stupid question. Hey, I'm not lying, technically. But am I correct to assume that Maya is your Highness's sister? Sorry, was it rude of me to ask?
よい、そなたは国連の英士。知らなくても無理はありません。
Sorry? Hopefully she's just assuming I grew up overseas or something.
あの者は、小野が身の上をそなたになんと。
I swear if she tells me that's her mother. I don't know, man. Might lose my damn mind. All she said is that she's a distant relative of the Shogun. But from what your Highness said earlier, I have to assume she's closer than that, and that's not to mention...
それに、なんでしょう。
Well, you're just like her.
そっくり
You look almost identical, and you've got similar personalities and everything. Did I say something wrong?
それはそうでしょう。私とあの者は血を分けた双子なのですから。
Okay, good. Alright, yeah, that's what I expected. But some animes, they like to play that trick on you, you know, where they look like siblings, but really one of them is a mother, and you're just like, what? Huh? Twins? I mean, the thought had crossed my mind, but...
メイヤにはね、双子のお姉さんがいたんだって。
See, I overlooked that. I forgot about that mention right there. Wait, I already knew about this.
古より公務員家には双子は世を分ける意味語だとするしきたりがあるのです。
三剣家では双子は家を分けるから縁起が悪いって言い伝えがあって、メイヤは養女に出されたんだって。
Oh, that's right. That's true. I remember that now. I just didn't think it would play a big role until now. That's why, and they didn't really, like, it didn't play a big part in the story. This was like somewhere near the end, I believe. That's right. Sumika told me about this back in my world. But why would Sumika know about that? Ugh, why can't I piece together my own memories? Did I not know about it until after Sumika told me?
でもある時、事故でご両親とお姉さんは亡くなって、後というメイヤだけになって。
Oh, in that world her sister died.
そのしきたりによって、あの者は生まれてすぐに東園の三剣家に養子に出されたのです。
We can't let her die in this one, man. I see. So this is Maya's twin sister, the one who died back in my world. If she had survived, she would have been the heir to the Mitsurugi Financial Group.
ですからあの者と私は、幼少の頃より直接話をしたことも、一緒に遊んだこともありません。
The hell? I knew it. That explains the emotional distance I was feeling earlier.
小野が素性と関わりなく生きてゆけたならば、それなりに平穏な暮らしを営むこともできたでしょう。
That's for sure.
されどあの者は、幼少よりことあらば私の身代わりになるよう教育され、常に周囲からそう扱われてきたのです。
Maya's your body double?
メイヤという名は、あの者に刻まれた意味語であるという証。
Huh?
メイという字は闇を意味します。
Darkness and the ya means night.
私の名にある日は日の光を意味しています。
The light of day and the dark of night. How fitting.
その生まれゆえ、意味語として家を追われ、身の上を語ることを禁じられながら、その生まれ、私の姉妹であるがゆえに、祭りごとの道具として扱われてきたのです。
A tool? What do you mean?
今そなたの舞台に席を置いていることもそうです。
Huh? You mean it's not just because of her obligation as a member of the Shogun family?
高貴なる者、常に民の範たるべしという将軍家の責務を報じているのは事実ですが、あの者は別の良しを持ってここにいるのです。
So there's another reason. Could it be related to what Chief Yoroi said yesterday morning?
君はこれだけの豪華メンバーが偶然に集まったとでも思っているのかい？
She must know about that. Maybe not everything, but definitely a good chunk of it.
あの者は国連に対する日本の真偽の証として横浜基地にいるのです。
So basically, she's a political hostage.
ありていに言えばそのようになりましょう。
Well, in that case, I hope you two get to bond when we get back. If even a little bit. I see. So it was a backroom deal between the UN and the Japanese government. Even if they are meant to protect the Shogun's relatives, this is definitely the kind of deal it would take for the Shogunate's royal guard to be stationed at a UN base.
情けないことですが、私がそれをあの者に強いてしまっているのです。
Okay, it's really not your fault though. You're not making the decisions and everyone knows it. That's the whole reason the coup d'etat even started. The government's treated both of you as nothing more than tools.
私はあの者を失望させたのかもしれませんね。
What? Are you honestly worried about that?
そうです。
Well, for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure she hasn't.
そうであればよいのですが。
I'm sure. She understands your highness is paying better than anyone. She was furious when she saw the news about the Mount Tengen evacuation. Wouldn't stop talking about how they disregard the will of the people. The way she felt back then can't be too different from how you feel now. You were so concerned about the people in the capital that you came out here and put your life on the line, right? She can relate to the rebel cause, but she's also enlisted in the UN military, which is tasked with suppressing the coup. So she's feeling pretty conflicted about where her allegiance lies right now. But I think the hardest thing for her is knowing that your highness is in an equally painful position right now.
私が。
それは私ではない。ただこの苦しみを一人抱えていることを思うと私
I finally know who she is. I mean, you can also understand both the rebel perspective and the government side of things, can't you? You know what Maya told me? She said she couldn't stand the idea of you being forced to bear all that pain alone. She said that at the very least, she'd like to stand in solidarity with you. At the time, I had no idea what she was talking about, but now I do. She's always kept you in her thoughts, Your Highness. In fact, when she found out that the Imperial Palace was being surrounded, she screamed at Lieutenant Tsukuyomi to go protect you. I've never seen Maya go off like that before.
そうでしたか。
Her bond with her sister is what gives her the strength to endure her own hardships. Her bond with a twin sister she's never seen or spoken to. She never mentions it, and you never know it just from looking at her, of course. But she's overcome a lot of adversity thanks to that support. It's not because she was taught to play this role. And it's not because she was ordered to. It's because she takes genuine pride in being her sister's body double. That's why she can make it through everything life throws at her.
白金、
Yes?
そなたに頼み事があります。
What is it?
これをあの者に渡してください。
What's this? Some kind of doll, I think? It looks handmade. Not to mention ode.
これがあの者と私が共に過ごした証なのです。たとえほんの数日でも。
I see.
こたび身の回りの品で持ち出せた唯一のものです。
Then it must be something she always carries on her person, or at least somewhere within arm's reach in case of an emergency. Either way, it's gotta be pretty damn important to her. Are you sure you want me to give it to her?
あの者が心を許すそなたから渡してほしいのです。そなたからであれば、きっとあの者も心よく受け取ってくれるでしょう。
Well, let's not compare to the Takemi Kazuchi or anything. She only refused those gifts out of consideration for the rest of us.
分かっています。そなたの話を聞いて、あの者の思いはよくわかりました。
So then, why can't you give it to her in person once this is over?
あの者に双子の姉などおりません。
Ah, crap, so they won't be able to bond after all.
そして将軍にも双子の妹などおりません。
She understands exactly how Maya feels, and that's why she can't give it to her in person. No matter what either of them want, they still can't meet each other in public. Okay, what about if we're behind closed doors? The nature of their birth destined them to live their entire lives apart from one another, and I guess they just came to terms with that a long time ago. Understood. I'll make sure Maya gets this.
お願いします。
207戦術機構小隊各機に次ぐ。
Oh, hang on a second.
よい。
現在敵部隊は山伏峠に到達。友軍部隊は交代を開始した。しかしながらこの交代は包囲殲滅を回避するための戦術的なものだ。敵の圧力は侮れないものがあるが、飢餓の撃墜比は依然7対1の優勢を維持している。
7 to 1 kill ratio? I thought the American and Imperial surface pilots have that much of a difference in skill, which means those F-22A Raptors must be totally beast.
目下のところ事態の推移は予想の範囲内であり、作戦及びルートに変更はない。207戦術機構小隊は補給完了次第、現体系を維持し先発。両翼と最後部は我々が固める。なおこれ以降、207戦術機構小隊は我が第66戦術機構大隊の指揮下に入るものとする。以上だ。
Our highest ranking officer is Marimo-chan, and she's just a sergeant. We got a major, so it makes sense, but it still pisses me off. Though I will admit that I'll feel a lot safer with those super strong TSFs surrounding us. So the rebels have already reached Kameishi Pass, huh? From here on out, the Americans are gonna have to hold their own against the rebels with no chance of fresh supplies. We got a good lead on the rebels at the moment, but it's not enough to guarantee our safety just yet. Sure, even if they did break through the Americans and chase after us at full speed, we'd probably still beat them to the choke point. But the thought of them breaking through isn't an enticing one. Even with those F-22A Raptors and their 7 to 1 ratio, the Americans can only last so long without fresh supplies. Supplies. But we can't move any faster than this. And she's getting the stress of it too. She's been looking worse and worse, and she hasn't said a word for a while now. And this is after those motion sickness pills. There's no way she can handle going any faster than this. In fact, even this might actually be too much for her. Your Highness, are you alright?
私は大丈夫です。構わず任務を遂行なさい。
That was a stupid question. Anyone with eyes could tell she's not okay, and there's no way she's gonna admit it. Well, we've got a good head start thanks to the Americans. I'm gonna suggest we slow it down a little.
なりません。白金、そなた私の話を聞いていませんね。
Sorry, but you're clearly not okay. We're already pushing our luck here.
またなりなさい。何が持たないというのです。
Please, Your Highness, it's obvious that your body can't take much more of this.
ならばよい。いかほどひどくなろうと、加速度病ごときで命を落とすことはありません。
But
されど、もし速度を減じれば、また多くの将兵の命が失われることになるやもしれません。これ以上はありません。
she's got no better than to say motion sickness won't kill her. Every surface pilot knows that it's absolutely possible to die of dehydration due to nausea-induced vomiting. This is bad news. She may be putting on a tough face, but it's obvious that her condition is getting worse. Your Highness.
なりません。私に構わず。
She's breaking out in a cold sweat. Damn it, the Shogun's every bit as stubborn as Maya. I mean, if she can actually put up with this somehow, then yes, there's nothing to worry about. But if something were to happen to her, we'd be in serious deep shit. Even assuming she makes it out of this in one piece, what if word gets out that we manhandled the Shogun? That's not exactly going to do wonders for the public's opinion of America and the UN. In fact, it might very well lead to more civil unrest or even cause another pointless uprising. There's no other choice. I can't keep doing this to her. If I slow down gradually enough, I doubt she'll even notice. That might make things a little better, though. I doubt it'll be enough to actually improve her condition. If I slow down any more, I'll be breaking formation. If only I can make the boost jump smoother somehow.
Hunter 1より各機旧三島市街136号線跡を進軍してきたとみられる敵部隊が冷川料金所跡周辺に到達した。
Hiyakawa? Wasn't that the choke point we had to break through?
第174戦術機構大隊が現在交戦中だ。
No way. Even accounting for the time we lost resupplying, the rebels are gaining on us way too fast. It's almost like they made a beeline straight for it without even considering that we might change course. How's this possible?
Japanese Type 94s! There's so many of them! Suppressing fire! Keep their heads down! You fuckers!
ストライクイーグル36思ったより多いぞ好都合だ全機続け
All units, listen up! Pull back into the mountains and form a defensive line. They're pushing up too fast! Don't let them get through! What the hell? There's more of them at 2 o'clock! Fall back to the mountains! Stay in your element! There's 12 of them! And more incoming! Move it! They're surrounding us! Damn it! It's a whole squadron of 94s! You can draw them into a dogfight. Even 94s aren't...
They're so fast. Are those really 94s?
P9, 11, fall back! Maintain formation! Watch out for the ones in Russian camo! They're quicker than the others! Russian camo? Then they're aces from the Fuji Training Corps! Watch your asses! All platoons, pull back in time in one formation! Form up the defensive line, ASAP!
Something's not right. The rebel forces shouldn't be moving that fast. It just doesn't make sense. Especially considering that we could have just as easily changed up our escape route at any moment. And yet E1 still headed straight for the tall booth at full speed. They didn't even consider the possibility that we outsmarted them and were planning to change course and head toward Old Mishima City. It makes no sense. It's too reckless. Maybe they were getting desperate and just wanted to prevent the worst case scenario? This option not only necessitates an extension of their supply lines, it also puts them in a real bind if we make it out to the ocean where they've got no power whatsoever. But if they can block us up at Hiyakawa and force us inland, they'll still have a chance. No, that still seems too passive. You don't have risks like that when failure means you'll be executed as enemies of the state. So, what's really going on here then? There's another thing. What exactly makes them so confident that our unit has the Shogun in the first place? They're moving at a breakneck pace, and it seems like we've been their target from the very start. I hate to consider this, but could our plans have gotten leaked? What am I thinking? That couldn't possibly have happened. Ugh. Damn it.
という状況だ。前期現体系を維持。最大戦闘速度で冷川を突破する。
Maximum combat speed. Sure, we don't want to let them cut us off at Hiyakawa, but we can't afford to move any faster than this.
174大隊が相手をしているのはおそらく富士駐屯地の部隊だ。
まさか富士共同団まで敵機部隊にこうして。
Huh? Training Corps. people who train other surface pilots then?
実験開発部隊を要する帝国軍の再生営部隊だ。174大隊が長時間持ちこたえられる保証はない。
So that's what happened. The Fuji unit went on ahead and E1 followed behind to keep us from changing course.
この状況から考えて、富士の部隊は奴らの切り札に違いない。
So that's it. The guys that have been pursuing us were just a distraction. They were planning on using the Fuji unit to capture us all along. Of course. We just assumed they were E1 at first. No wonder it seemed like they were moving so fast.
だが逆に、我々が冷え川を突破してしまえば、奴らに打つ手はないということだ。
I mean, yeah, I guess he's right. There aren't any more Imperial bases this way, and Ochimoda City is supposedly being held down by American troops. Like the Major said, if we can make it through Hiyakawa, they won't be able to catch up to us, even if we slow down a little. So what am I hesitating for? Keeping Her Highness out of rebel hands is our top priority. I have to do this so we can save humanity and stop wasting time fighting other people.
〇〇から207各機聞いていたな。ここからは時間との戦いだ。フォーメーションコースを維持。最大戦速。
Oh, 6 copy that.
島がね、私に気を使うでありませんよ。
Okay, you're sure.
ハンター1よりヒートリーダー、コース変更なし。繰り返す、コース変更なし。
Heat. That's the call sign for the 174th Battalion. You must be talking to the CO.
Hey, leader, roger that. Just make it quick.
ハンター1了解。諸君に神の加護があらんことを。
Please, we gotta keep the enemy at bay. If we can just make it through the Hiyakawa, the rebels should receive orders to retreat, and this stupid battle will finally be over. So please, just hold them off a little longer.
〇〇から207各機。ブーストジャンプのタイミングは丸6に同調。了解。
Ah! Damn it, the American army is getting their asses kicked. Please, just a little more. Just give us a little more time.
ハンター1より各リーダー。太平洋20706を中心にトレイル1。第207小隊は左側面、第19小隊は右側面で敵の突出に備えろ。
了解。
なお、207各機はやむを得ない場合のみ応戦せよ。貴様らは脱出が最優先任務だ。
20700了解。
About 1.5 clicks to Hiyakawa. Shouldn't take more than 20 or 30 seconds. But will we make it in time? Wait, what? The rebel forces already made it to the toll booth? But how? They're supposed to be...
ハンター1より各リーダー。敵が料金所跡に達した。
How can you be so calm about this? We're totally screwed.
だが将軍がこちらにある限り、敵は迂闊に手出しはできない。現体系を維持し、全速前進。
了解。
Yeah, I guess he's right. It's easy to guess which TSF the Shogun is in based on our formation, but there's no way to be sure. And even if they could be sure, there's still the danger of hitting our TSF by accident. If that happened, they sure as hell wouldn't be able to call themselves patriots anymore. The best way to take custody of Her Highness, while still ensuring our safety, would be to surround us and force us to drop our weapons. If that's their plan, then we still have a chance. But what if the rebels were to give up on getting the Shogun back? They want to capture the Shogun and have her sanction the rebellion. But if they can't do either of those things, she'd just be another obstacle for them. And if something should happen to her, but they're just planning to pin the blame on the UN and the US. Given how chaotic things are right now, it'd be impossible to prove either way, and considering the way the Japanese people feel about foreign militaries, especially the US Army, whose word are they going to believe? If the media says that the Shogun died due to the US Army negligence, or worse, that they killed her on purpose, wouldn't that just provoke more IJF units to rebel? What if that's Captain Saki's true objective here? If so, then it doesn't even matter whether the Shogun lives or dies. He'll get what he wants either way.
あの人はまっすぐな人だったから。
Damn it! Why am I wasting my time thinking about this shit right now?
ハンター9およびハンター13諸君の中隊は先行し敵包囲網の完成を阻止せよ
Hunter 9, roger that.
Hunter 13, roger that.
Whoa, how are they gonna do that at cruising speed? Do they even have enough fuel for that? What the? Enemies at 5 o'clock? Crap, the 174th Battalion's too beaten up to maintain a solid defense. What do we do? They're gonna completely surround us.
ハンター1よりハンター5君は2小隊を率いてここにとどまり追尾してくる敵部隊を叩け
Hunter 5, roger that.
He's trying to rebuild the defensive line with 3 flights of F-22s. Sure, that's a solid plan. That leaves only 1 flight of Americans to defend us, but since breaking through is our top priority, it's our best option.
ハンター1より各リーダーこのままのコースを維持し中央を突破する
This is getting so intense, man.
了解
I've never felt so on edge. Look at all those red dots. Are we really gonna be able to break through that? If we can just get past this, we'll be golden. Damn it! We're gonna have to go through here no matter what. We gotta make it through.
Zenki フォーメーション維持のまま最大戦速このまま追跡部隊を引き離す
We did it. We broke through. We made it through. Now it'll be impossible for the rebels to stop us. That's it then. It's over.
富士見台跡を通過後北復飛行に行こう谷川に
Awesome. Stealthy low altitude flight will definitely make this easier on Her Highness. This is good. Did you hear that, Your Highness? We're almost... Huh? Your Highness? Your Highness! 06 to 00. 06 to 00. Requesting top priority connection 06 to 00.
〇〇より〇6秘匿回線の使用を許可
Her Highness she's requesting to stop immediately.
な落ち着け白金殿下がどうされたのだ
Her Highness has fainted.
何
She's got acute motion sickness. Again, requesting to stop immediately.
症状は
She's not fully conscious. Her breathing is a little irregular, and she's got a high pulse rate.
嘔吐は
Not yet, but I'm worried that once she starts, she won't be able to stop until it's too late.
そのまま待て
Ah! Damn it, we don't have time for you to ask for permission. Your Highness! Shit. I know this was the only way, but god damn it.
ハンター1より部隊各機約2マイル先の谷まで北復飛行で移動高度制限は100フィートとする
Okay, we got mountains on all sides. Should be easy to defend ourselves.
到着後丸6以外の各機は半壊して周囲の警戒に当たれ
I'm sorry, Your Highness, but please hold on a little longer.
続け
ハンター2ポジション確保1901配置20701ポジション確保
よし各機指示あるまで全周警戒を維持せよ
ハンター2了解1901了解20701了解白金殿下のご容体はどうだ
Pretty much the same as before. If anything, she looks worse.
バイタルデータはモニターできるか
This jacket doesn't record much data, but I'll upload what I have.
軍曹訓練部隊のファストエイドキットは国連 E 規定に準拠したものか
はアメリカ軍と同じものを使用しております
白金訓練兵スコポラミンはもう投与したのか
Yes, I gave her 3 tablets before we left Hakone.
限界量のスコポラミンが効かないか
Of course not. She's not equipped with the suit. Not for crying out loud. We don't have time for a full diagnosis here. None of us surface pilots have specialized medical training anyway. Shouldn't we loosen the belt or lay her down or, I don't know, just do something to help start the recovery process? Major, I think we need to provide some kind of first aid as soon as possible.
処置内容は
I'd like to loosen her harness and put her in a more relaxed position. I also think it's vital that I open the hatch so she can get some fresh air.
強化する応急処置を実行に移せ
Copy that.
軍曹、箱根脱出以降で
Your Highness, I'm opening the hatch. There's gonna be some movement for a second, so try to hang in there. I'm sorry that I can't do anything more, but hopefully it makes you feel at least a little better. I can hear the fighting in Hiyakawa. I couldn't while the hatch was closed, but now it's faintly audible. We got quite the lead on them now. It shouldn't be physically possible for them to catch up to us anymore. There aren't any Imperial bases ahead either, so there's no chance of more rebels popping up. Letting her get fresh air was definitely a good idea, but it's a little too cold. I think there's a space blanket in the survival kit. Your Highness, I'm going to loosen these belts now. Pardon me. Are you doing okay? Try to lean back into a more comfortable position if you can.
これは侍従長が言っていたのですが、殿下はこの騒乱が始まってから一睡もされていないそうです。
Huh? She hasn't slept at all?
また、殿下のお立場や状況から考えれば、精神的な負荷もかなり加わっていると思われます。
Right. That makes sense. I didn't even think about that. Her subjects all start killing each other and put the people of the capital in danger. She's definitely not the kind of person who could sleep through something like that. And I'll bet she's been fighting her hair out the entire time, like Marimo said.
なるほど。そんなコンディションで実戦の戦術起動では無理もないな。
She came all the way out here to serve as bait for the rebel forces, but I never heard her breathe a word of complaint. That's an incredible amount of strength. She definitely lives up to her title. The woman suffered in silence until her body literally couldn't take anymore. She really is Meia's sister, isn't she?
白金訓練兵、
Sir.
殿下にトリアドラムを投与しろ。
Huh?
早くしろ。精神安定剤の投与は重度加速度病に対する通常の処置だ。
お待ちください少佐。殿下の症状と戦況の好転から考えて、さらなる投薬のリスクは不要ではないでしょうか。
その通りです少佐。
Tsukuyomi-san. Wait, she's been listening? I'm surprised she didn't chime in sooner.
安静が確保できるのであれば問題ありませんが、この後も戦術機での移動が続く以上、トリアドラムの
注意。本作戦において君はオブザーバーだ。通信の傍受は許可したが、発言する権利を認めた覚えはないぞ。
I see. So that's why Tsukuyomi-san's been so quiet. The Royal Guard's basically just along for the ride in this operation. Guess she couldn't just resist the urge to speak up any longer.
睡眠導入効果が高いトリアドラムは同時に筋弛緩を引き起こします。睡眠状態での嘔吐により窒息死する可能性を看過するわけにはいきません。
Damn, she's still composed. Given her anti-American sentiment, the Shogun's condition, and the Major's attitude, you'd think she'd have lost it by now. If it were Meiya, I guarantee she'd be biting the Major's head off right about now.
なるほど。可能性は否定できない。だが、それはあくまで可能性の話だ。殿下の容体を鑑みれば、一刻も早く戦域を離脱するのが最良の選択だ。我が軍が敵の追撃を阻止している間に、歩幅飛行で移動すべきだろう。お眠りいただくことで速度を上げ、移動時間を短縮できれば、殿下が戦術機に乗られる時間も、敵に発見されるリスクも少なく済む。
Well, I can understand its rationale. We definitely want to minimize the strain we're subjecting the Shogun to. And it would be nice to bring this pointless battle to a close as quickly as possible. But right now, Her Highness is just barely holding it together through sheer force of will. Putting her to sleep might be very risky. Wouldn't it be better to just take a break here instead of sedating her?
トリアゾラムの投与が必ずしも適切な処置でない以上、殿下の体調回復のため、10分以上の休息時間を取るべきと愚信いたします。
キットにある精神安定剤はトリアゾラムのみ。これは現状取り得る最良の選択だ。
Do not, under no circumstances, game, give me the choice. I will lose my damn mind if you do.
加えて短時間の休息で殿下が回復する保証はない。 180秒後に移動を再開する。
Are you serious? It's way too short. We haven't even been here 5 minutes yet. Major, that's insane. If we start moving again so soon, Her Highness could suffer dehydration from vomit.
白金訓練兵、上官の論議に口を挟むな。
Yeah. What the hell? I thought you wanted to let her rest. We've got the upper hand, so what's the problem?
白金訓練兵、何をしている？早くトリアゾラムを投与しろ。
ならんぞ白金訓練兵。少佐、休息時間の再考を愚信いたします。
注意。我々国連軍の任務は反乱軍から将軍を守り無事脱出させることだ。そしてもう一つ、指揮官である私にはできうる限り君たちを含めた部下の安全を図る義務がある。本作戦は日本政府の要請により実施されているものだ。反乱軍側の人間でない限り任務遂行を邪魔するべきではないと考えるが。
We're put in a rock and a hard place right now.
富士共同体の例もある。帝国軍のどの部隊が反乱に参加しているかすらわからない状態でのんびり時間を潰している余裕はない。
Wait, what the hell? That almost sounds like he's accusing Tsukuyomi-san of being a co-conspirator. I mean, the Major's got a point, but why would you talk to your friendlies like that? For God's sake, could you not make this stupid mess any more complicated than it already is?
少佐、皇帝陛下は未だかの者たちを反乱軍とは戦しておりません。まして殿下は皇帝陛下直々に国事全般をお預かりしている身です。殿下の大事は政府の要請に勝ります。どうか命令の再考を。
くどいぞ注意。君には国連軍の作戦に意見する権限はない。
危険な副作用がある薬物を他国の首脳に独断で投与する権限が一階の部隊指揮官に与えられているとでもお思いか？命令の再考を愚信いたします。
Oh god, let's hope the Major's not a super prideful person, or else that's gonna backfire on her big time.
少佐、本作戦成功の暁には殿下を救出したアメリカに対する日本の国民感情は一気に好転すると思われますが、しかし殿下に対する薬物過剰投与の情報が漏洩すれば、たとえそれが最善の措置であったとしても国民の対米感情がさらに悪化することは確実です。そうした状況はアメリカ政府が負ったリスクと労力に見合わないと考えますが、
Go Manimo-chan, making it sound like a net loss for the Americans should make it easier for the Major to change his mind. The way she phrased that does concern me though. She's making a point not to come out and say it, but it sounds like she knows what's going on behind the scenes here. Could Yuko-sensei have told her? Or maybe she figured it out for herself based on the situation at Yokohama base and the US military getting involved?
軍曹、君も確か日本人だったな。
はい。
君たちの将軍に対する忠誠、思いの深さには敬意を表する。君たちがそうであるのと同様に、私も私の部下たちも祖国であるアメリカに忠誠を誓った軍人だ。
What's he going on about now?
国民や国家の安全を守るための命令には従う。そしてこの作戦も任務である以上全力を尽くす。
It seems like he's not gonna budge.
だが、これだけは言わせてもらうぞ。この人類滅亡の危機に極東防衛の要衝たる自覚もなく、無意味な内戦に突入し、貴重な戦力や時間を浪費している愚かな国家。それが君たちの国、日本だ。その幼稚でくだらない国のために、私の部下が命を落とすことは絶対に我慢ならん。そして今、ここから数マイル後方で、そのクソ忌々しい事態が現実となっているんだ。周囲の提案する10分の休息時間の間に敵味方何人の命が失われると思う。 それは本来人類の宿敵ベータと戦うべき命なのだぞ。
It's funny because this is exactly what Shirogana's mindset was about too. I wonder if he'll pick up on that. Ugh. There you go. He's right. God damn it, he's totally right. He's saying exactly what I've been thinking this whole time. This isn't the time for people to be fighting amongst themselves. And yet, at the same time, a part of me feels like there's a little more to it than that. Damn it, what the hell? Why am I suddenly feeling conflicted about this?
少佐のご指摘はもっとも。
Huh?
貴国との戦争に敗れた後、我が国は誇りを失い、政治は疲弊し、情けなくも今や他国の干渉に翻弄されるありさま。
Interlopers. So does Lieutenant Tsukuyomi know what's going on behind the scenes too?